Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's a Star Wars nerd here, and today I'm giving you my review of the 5th episode of the 2nd season of The Mandalorian. Before we get started, I want to get the spoiler warning out of the way, so if you haven't watched the latest episode, please go watch it, it was amazing, and then after you watch that, come back and see my review. Okay, so now that's out of the way, let's get right into it. This episode is titled Chapter 13, The Jedi. So the episode immediately is met with lots of action, as we see Ahsoka Tano laying waste to several guards on the planet of Corvus. What is really cool about this scene is that Ahsoka uses the fog in the planet to pick off the guards one by one, and it was just such a cool way to open up the episode. I loved seeing how she uses the lightsabers by turning them on and off when she hides in the fog. It was just so cool, especially since we've never really seen a Jedi use this kind of tactic before. Once Ahsoka finishes taking out all the guards, she confronts the Magistrate and demands to know where her master is. The Magistrate refuses to tell her and threatens to kill the villagers in the town, so Ahsoka gives her one day to give her the answer she wants, and then she disappears into the fog once again. So after this scene, we see Mando and the child flying in the Razor Crest, and we once again get a cute and funny scene from Baby Yoda, where he uses the Force to get the shifter knob after Mando tells him not to. I love this scene like all the other funny Baby Yoda scenes. I just feel like the writers really have nailed the subtle comedy with Baby Yoda, and his scenes are always just so much fun to watch. So once they land, Mando and the child make their way to the front gates of the small city in Corvus, and are met by the Magistrate's personal guard Lang, where he then leads them into the city. As Mando goes inside and tries to get answers about where he could find Ahsoka by asking the local people, he finds that none of them will talk to him and actually run away from him. While he's trying to talk to a man whose name is Wing, he's stopped by the guards and told that the Magistrate wants to speak with him. Once inside the sanctuary where the Magistrate is at, we see that it looks nothing like the town. The town is dirty and brown and looks almost to be abandoned, but the Magistrate's sanctuary is green and clean and has nice fresh water pools. The Magistrate goes on to ask Mando if he is indeed a Mandalorian, and once he tells her yes, she says she has a job for him. Mando tells her his price is very high, but she goes on and offers him a Beskar spear if he could kill a Jedi for her, which we obviously know is going to be Ahsoka. Mando then asks where he can find this Jedi, which gives him some leeway in their agreement. After this, Mando and the child are given their course to the Jedi, and they make their way into the charred forest of burned and destroyed trees. After searching for some time, Mando hears noises and gets out his binocular. While looking through it, he's attacked by Ahsoka, and we see her lightsabers go against Mando's Beskar armor, which is so freaking cool. I love seeing Mando just be able to defend against her lightsabers by blocking with his arms, and it was crazy because when I first saw this scene, I almost forgot that Beskar can block against a lightsaber, so I was so in awe. In the middle of their fight, Din shouts out that Bo-Katan sent him to find her, and she backs off. As Ahsoka backs off, she looks over and sees Baby Yoda sitting on a rock. Mando explains he was sent to deliver the child to a Jedi, so she takes Baby Yoda and the two of them go off to meditate so she can fully understand who this child really is. After a while of meditating, Ahsoka brings us some very interesting information. She tells us that the child's name is actually Grogu, and he was trained at the Jedi Temple on Coruscant and was taken to safety after Order 66 by a mysterious person. At this part, I was so shocked because I never thought that we'd get a backstory for the child, or at least not in this season. I think it's a perfect way to show how Baby Yoda has such a strong Force ability and how he survived Order 66. I also love the name Grogu. I think it's just so cute and it fits his character perfectly. So anyways, the next day, Ahsoka begins to actually test Grogu's Force abilities, and he does not do too well. She tells Mando that she cannot train him because he has too much fear, and only he can calm that fear. After this, she tells Mando to try and connect with him, and he does so by using the shifter knob to make the child force pull it to himself. Seeing this, Ahsoka again refuses to train him, as she says that Grogu's attachment to Mando is too large and it makes him very vulnerable. Once Ahsoka tells Mando that, he lets her know that he was sent to kill her by the Magistrate, and that he would help her take out the Magistrate if she agrees to help find someone to train Grogu. Before their big showdown with the Magistrate, Ahsoka reveals to Mando that the Magistrate actually is a shipbuilder for the Imperial Remnant and that she is very powerful. Ahsoka begins the attack on the village and starts by taking out the guards on the top tower. Once she finishes them off, she throws down a piece of Mando's armor as proof that she killed him. The Magistrate then becomes annoyed and tells her guards to kill Ahsoka and the prisoners that she has held captive. The guards take off to try to capture Ahsoka, and right before the other guards can kill the prisoners, Mando flies in and takes them all out. As Mando is taking out the other guards, Ahsoka makes quick work of the others sent after her, and then goes into the sanctuary to confront the Magistrate. Outside the sanctuary, Mando and Lang, who is the Magistrate's personal guard as I said before, confront each other. I thought this part between Mando and Lang was really well done and shows that the show is still trying to go for that sci-fi western vibe because of the way that they get into the standoff. It just felt so perfect for the show, and you could really feel like it was a western TV show set in space. Inside the sanctuary, the Magistrate and Ahsoka get into an intense battle where Ahsoka wins and we find out that the Magistrate's master is Grand Admiral Thrawn. Holy crap, this is another huge name drop for this season and just another piece to the already huge puzzle this season is building. I'm honestly really shocked that they bring Thrawn into this overarching story, but I'm so happy that they did. It honestly really makes sense though, considering that in the end of Rebels, Ahsoka is trying to find Ezra, so she would be in turn looking for Thrawn. I'm so excited to see where they decide to take this story and how they bring in Thrawn to live action. So after Mando and Ahsoka rid the city of the Magistrate's rule and all of her soldiers, the city goes back to the governorship of Wing, who we saw earlier in the episode. After this, Mando starts to leave the planet, but before he does so, Ahsoka gives him a mission. She tells Mando to bring Grogu to the planet of Tython, where he could then reach out to other Jedi so that he could find someone to potentially train him. And that's the end of the episode, so that leaves us with this. Who's gonna train Grogu? I know there have been some rumors about maybe Luke Skywalker training him, but I honestly think it'll be Ezra Bridger. Now I know that we have no idea where Ezra is at the moment, but that doesn't fully rule him out for this. I still think that Ezra is a good bet for who will train Grogu, just because I don't think Luke will do it, and there aren't many other options. I mean, you could make the argument for either Cal Kestis or Seer from the Jedi Fallen Order video game, but I don't really think that they would do that, just because those characters are not as well known as the Rebels characters, and many casual fans might be very confused by that. Also, we have no idea what those characters are up to, or if they're even alive. But anyways, this episode was absolutely incredible, and did not cease to amaze me. They did just about everything right with Ahsoka's character and brought her into live action flawlessly. I think Rosario Dawson did an incredible job, and I hope to see her again as Ahsoka in the future. We really just found out so much from this episode, and a lot of it just blew my mind. This episode just further cements the fact that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are the future of Star Wars and should be running Lucasfilm. This episode was also written and directed by Dave Filoni, and I think he did an outstanding job. Overall, this episode was about as perfect can be, and so for that reason, I give this episode a 10 out of 10. It was flawless. So, what did you guys think about this episode? Please let me know in the comment section down below. I love hearing what you guys think about these episodes. If you guys like my review, please hit that thumbs up button, and if you haven't already, please go subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.